Hello, welcome. I'm Kobi Appelbaum.
And I'm Golan.
We will bring you the most current and relevant events happening this day, in the past few days in Israel. Hope you will join us and listen to what we have to say.
So welcome to Freedom of Speech.
Indeed.
We give you here the real news from Israel, no fake news.
Everything is true, everything is real, and everything is happening right now as we speak. Mai, what do you think we should start with? What is the most, serious topic of our agenda today?
Well, as I'll tell our public that we choose our stuff from the current newspapers. We have Israel Hayom, we have Yediot Achronot. So you wanted to talk about the summer vacation.
Well, let's talk about, first of all, summer is about to end. Thank God I've had enough. I don't know about you people.
You don't have kids, right?
No, I don't have kids.
He had enough and he doesn't have kids yet.
Absolutely. We know exactly what's going to happen when I'm going to have kids. Boarding school, ladies and gentlemen, boarding school. And if I may add, I highly recommend West Point. Sending the kids during the summer vacation could only do good to both the parents. Yes, West Point, a well-known academy, trust me. Anyway, summer is almost over. The summer vacation is about to end in 1 year. And of course, on the 1st of September, the year starts at school. Now, apparently in Israel, there are 2.4 million children who would start this next year in the kindergartens, in school, and in junior high. But there is a small story, a very sad story, Maya. I have to tell you about it. Among those 2.4 million people, there are 129 kids with special needs, kids with, unfortunately to say, with learning deficiencies, with certain disabilities.
We should say that today in the Knesset there was a very, very upsetting, discussion about it between the ministers and members of the Knesset and between the parents that has kids that suffer from autism and other things. It's heartbreaking. I did hear Minister of Education, Naftali Bennett, said that he does have the budget to help them now, but for some reason, even before Naftali Bennett, it's been a problem. It's been transferred from one minister to another, and I believe Naftali Bennett when he says he wants to resolve it, and he's trying to make an effort. Obviously, you can't stand in front of the pain of the parents that shows the pictures.
If you'll excuse me, I will show you the photo. You can see one of the mother is agitated. She is extremely nervous. She's hurt. She's vulnerable.
It says,
and
we're
you can
only asking that you'll find our kids a school. So yeah, you know what upsets me the most about it, Kobi? What upsets me the most is that this country somehow, can take care of everyone else and not her own. And when I'm saying everyone else, we see City Hall of Tel Aviv and our government transferring hundreds of millions of shekels to the thousands of kids that illegals and infiltrators are bringing here, building the new schools, new facilities, new kindergartens, seriously, the most fabulous kindergartens you can imagine. But yet, to our own children that suffer and suffer from special abilities that they need help with, we don't fund the money. So,
listen,
I think there's a bit of hypocrisy problem in this country where we need to remember that we shouldn't apologize for the fact that our people come first. And there's nothing to be apologetic about it.
No, I totally agree that the poor people of my city are, let's say, in upper priority than other poor people from other cities. But then again, it's not that, immigrants' kids are studying in halls of fame.
Well, they do.
You know that they're sitting in a...
No,
but you'll have to excuse me.
We can argue about everything, but no, I have to tell you. This topic is very close to my heart.
I know.
I've been fighting for almost 6 years now for the residents of South Tel Aviv and many other neighborhoods around this country that have been literally conquered and occupied by illegal infiltrators and by their thousands and thousands of children that, are getting every possible thing they need here in Israel. And let me tell you, Kobi, they are studying in schools that wouldn't shame the most richest kids in this country. schools and facilities and kindergartens that our kids from our neighborhood didn't get for, I don't know, 30 years, 40 years in this country. So let me correct you about that. This is a big hypocrisy.
I'm sorry, you have to check your numbers. I'm sorry to say,
check my numbers regarding what?
I'm sorry, it's not the Jewish people are studying in the middle or on a corner street and they are studying all by themselves in magnificent,
again,
marvelous
you're
facility.
mistaken,
No,
and
no,
I think
I'm sorry.
You're talking from ignorance about this issue.
No, and I'm telling you, first of all, a kid, listen, first of all, I might be a little bit more liberal than you, but if a kid needs education, I don't care.
In his country. Not here. He can go back to Eritrea.
I don't care.
No.
I don't.
He can go back to Sudan.
If you can bring money
I don't want to give him
for
education in Israel. I don't want to. This is not his country. It's my country.
So what? Deportation is the answer?
Absolutely yes. Deportation. You may help him with your funds in his country. You may build him.
But the law does not. The law of our state does not yet, at this specific time, at the present, you still cannot take a person against his will and deport him.
Let me be.
I do remind you that 70 years ago, Jews were deported on the same base.
That's the saddest, most stupidest phrase.
You are talking about deportation, right?
Let me tell you something. First of all, I'm going to be impolitically correct, and I'm going to say that it's bullshit.
Forgiven.
Everything you just said regarding Jews is just bullshit.
Why?
Why?
Explain to me. Explain my ignorant point of view. Why?
Well, first of all, you know nothing about this issue. You haven't been living in the neighborhood, so you can't really talk about it when you don't know the facts and the stats.
Let me add you a fact. I was a police officer for 7 years. I know the southern parts of Tel Aviv. I've been there day in and day out.
What's the connection to the laws about illegal immigrants? You know nothing about
I know about the crime.
Kobi.
I know about the demographic situation over there.
You, let me answer you.
Okay.
It's very important that we put things in order. Listen to me. First of all, to compare illegal immigrants that came from a country where they have their own country, their own...
I did not compare. I did not compare on that level.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
You have to let me finish. Okay?
Yes.
Give me 2 minutes without interrupting me. Comparing the Jews and what they suffered in the Holocaust to illegal immigrants that only come to benefit their economic status, that are coming from an independent country, the country that is rich, the country that has everything they need, that has university. They are not being burned, they are not being prosecuted, they are not being killed, they are not sent in trains to their death. The comparison is the most stupidest thing that lefties do in this country and around the world, and I will not have it. Seriously, I will not have it. Because the comparison is just so, it's so ignorant that it's not even parallel in our universe. Second of all, those people come here, make thousands and thousands of babies from one reason only. These are anchor babies. These are visa babies. They bring them here in order to get citizenship and stay in this country. Why do they want to stay in this country? Economic reasons and economic reasons alone. Now, when you're saying you can't deport them, first of all, you can deport. This is not a fascist thing to do. It's the basic right. 1 second.
It's against the law, Mai. It's against the law right now. I'm sorry. I know the law. You cannot right now deport.
I'm not talking about the law. I'm talking about before we talk about the law, and I'll tell you you're wrong as well. We're talking about the fact that deporting someone that is illegal here and is against the country. Are you calling the biggest democracy in the world, USA, a fascist?
We're not talking about the USA right now. I'm looking only in my backyard.
I want to talk about the US, because if you'll go to America now and you won't have a visa, you can claim a refugee all you want, but you will get deported back to your country. And this is in a good...
I agree.
And this is in a good...
You'd be surprised. I agree on that point.
Get into jail, get a fine, and, suffer many more consequences. But deporting is not a bad word, Kobi.
I'm not saying it's a bad word.
It's allowed, and every country has the right to protect her borders. Now, regarding them, we have every right to deport them. We have diplomatic relations with Eritrea. We have an ambassador here. We have an ambassador there. They are definitely not a dictatorship. Even by the strongest laws of the UN, they are not qualified as refugees, period. Okay? So we can literally pick them up, put them on planes, and deport them back. And you know what? save our people, because our people and this country matter first. And I'm not ashamed to say it, and I'm not embarrassed to say it. I'm allowed to say it. That's my prerogative.
I totally agree with your prerogative. I agree about what you are saying in many levels and on many points. But a fact remains that according to our Israeli law right now, I agree that an illegal immigrant...
It's not Israeli law. Again,
now let me finish.
It's not an Israeli law. It's not an Israeli law,
let me finish.
It's not
let
me
finish my sentence.
It's not the Israeli law.
I'm telling you about the Israeli law
Again,
right now.
You're doing it wrong.
Again, let me finish my sentence and then correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not talking about refugees running away from a civil war in Eritrea where they slaughter one another. That's not the case. Put it on the side.
Oh, thank you very much for admitting
that.
Thank you.
I said that I agree with many of your points. But, again, some of those immigrants are on the process of, again, I'm not going to tell you that I know exactly in 100% everything about immigration law. Some of those immigrants are not criminals, you would agree with me. Some of those immigrants, while you let them in,
do you know what you say?
Wait.
What are they? What did you just call them?
What did I just say?
Immigrants.
Immigrants.
And I agree with you that they're
but they are not
Kobi.
illegal.
But
not
they are
all
not refugees. They're all
I
illegal.
didn't say that they are refugees.
My God. They
Listen
all came
to me.
here illegally.
Not
they
all of them.
They did not file for immigration status. They did not came as workers.
What
they
about
came illegally.
What about the people?
And most of them,
wait,
the majority of
do
them
you
are
agree?
criminals.
Or do you agree?
Period.
Oh wait, well, this is
all
like
of them
very. All of them are criminals.
All of them are criminals.
Seriously?
Yes. And
what
I'll
about
tell
the
you
people that came 20 years ago and their kids are serving in the IDF?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Seriously? Are you ignoring some facts because it's not comfortable?
What are you talking about? I'm talking about 100,000 illegals Eritreans.
Are you saying to me that all the 120,000 immigrants, all of them are criminals?
Absolutely yes. You know why?
I have nothing to say beyond that.
You know why? And
Tell me why.
I'm going to shock you about it, because in the minute they passed the border illegally, second border here,
all of them.
You want to hear me? They became illegal criminals the minute they passed two borders illegally. Period. They are not allowed to be here by the law. And by that definition, they are criminals against the rules of this country.
Well, I am sorry to say,
if
we cannot protect our borders, the minute that they are inside, you cannot undo a wrong thing by doing another wrong thing.
Are you joking? This
no, I'm not joking.
You could say.
So you're telling me that you're going to gather up 120,000 people and simply put them...
Absolutely yes, because it's my country. Do you hear that? That's an Israeli country. It's not an all-immigrant country. It's not an all-citizen country. It's not an open borders country. And you must correct it. You must, because if you won't, you will get more illegal infiltrators from around the world.
With this, I agree.
And the fact is that it happens. If you won't send a message to the world that if someone came here illegally, you will deport them back to their country, that means you're a country without rules,
but excuse
without
me,
a basic right to exist.
Do we uphold this policy nowadays? Yes or no?
First of all, let me tell you.
Talking numbers plainly.
No, not numbers. It's not about numbers.
It's all about numbers. You're mentioning 120 illegal immigrants.
Listen to me. You're mixing things. You're mixing things. There are some people from Philippines, from Nepal that came legally to this country, and their visa expired and they stayed here, and now they're considered as illegal. Some of them have kids, some of them work.
Some of them go to the IDF. True or false? Wait, I'm talking about it.
Only the ones who married Israelis, okay? If you want to go to basic rights.
Okay.
And I'm not talking
Do we talk about them? Do we talk about their deportation? Are they included in this?
Of course not, because they married Israelis and they have families.
So from 100 and
couple of topics.
No, I'm just trying to make the separation between those.
You're trying to make me look as a fascist.
Heaven forbid, really, no.
Because you're trying to make me look as I want to gather up people and send them away to their No, there are people that are real refugees. There are people that are...
So there are certain... So excuse me, we do agree that there are certain groups... We were talking
about the Eritreans.
No, we were talking about immigrants on the general.
You know how many immigrants you have in Israel?
No, I don't know the true number.
You have more than 500,000 illegal immigrants in Israel.
All of them on the same status?
The majority of them are from Europe and Russia.
So we can continue this discussion that there are certain different groups of immigrants staying in several different levels. Okay.
But the problem is that you're talking about the ones...
How did we get here from...
Yeah, how did we get to that?
You know what? I totally agree that
No, but
our
let's
kids.
just sum it up. Let's just sum it
Okay.
up. We got to that from the point that obviously you can see it's a very burning topic for me, and you know I care about it. I live in South Tel Aviv for ever since I was born, and I founded an NGO called the Hebrew City NGO, and I've been experiencing everything that the residents there has been suffering, and I'm talking about rapes and murders and robberies and seriously horrible, horrible things, and I'm fighting those illegal criminals. But we got to it, Kobi, we got to it from saying that we have no budgets for our own kids, for disabled kids.
Yes, that's true.
For, you know, but we do have millions and millions to spend on illegal immigrants that shouldn't be here, and that was our topic.
Yeah, I'm sorry because I don't know the numbers. I believe your words. I don't know if that is true. That the budget that's supposed to go to
only
fellow
100 million from the Prime Minister, another 60 million from the City Hall,
I haven't
just in the last year.
Okay.
Published everywhere.
We'll leave it at that.
Okay, next topic.
Don't hit me, please.
I'll try.